everybody, it's that time. It happens to be 5 Minute Fridays, right? Okay, go away. Now we're going to talk about, during these 5 minutes, now we're not talking about 5 minutes. Every Friday we're going to talk anywhere between 4 minutes and 30 minutes, but we're going to call it 5 Minute Friday just because of alliteration. So we're going to do that. So let's get started, and just let me get a drink of water. Okie dokie, smoky pokey. So what we're going to do now is going to talk about something that a lot of people have asked me about, and that's how do we get power. Now, if you're a YouTuber or follow YouTubers, van lifers, everybody talks about solar power and building their van with solar panels on top, a charge controller, an inverter, wiring, cabling, lithium or AGM batteries, blah, blah, blah. The only problem with that is a great system, and we will go to that eventually, is that it's locked into your van or your RV. We live partially in the van, but also in a big 10 by 14 tent because we're staying for a week or two at any time. And we like to stretch out and stand up and change clothes. And if it's raining for 2 or 3 days, my gosh, being in a van is, you know, it's like two people and a dog, you know. It could lead to cannibalism. I don't know. But anyway, so we have a big setup in our camp. And I like to work outside of the van, and for that I need portable power. I teach online English, and I use Skype, so I need to use my computer to do video editing for your videos. I have to use my phone and my iPad for teaching classes, and I need to be able to recharge those, so this is the way I do it. Now, these are called solar generators. But basically they're a battery with a bunch of plugs and outlets into it that you can power in and power out of. It's just that simple. Rule of thumb is per watt, it's about $1. So this is a 500 watt system. So this was around $500 for just this. It's got places for power, so if you do solar power, it's got an Anderson and another plug for you to input the solar power. You can also power this and charge it from your car, cigarette lighter, or there's a 110 outlet charger that comes with this also. And so there's 3 different ways to charge this guy up. As far as putting things out, you've got a cigarette lighter for output of power. You've got USBs, and you've actually got 2, count them, 2 110 power outlets. Now, are these going to power an air conditioner? No. Are they even going to power a high voltage blender or, you know, something, Instapot? No, it really won't. But it does everything I need for basic power. It's got enough power for about 2 or 3 days if I have all of my equipment fully loaded with batteries, and then I can recharge them with this. Turns out to rain for like 3 days, I'm good to go. After that, I'm either praying for the sun god to come out and hit the solar panel, which I'll show you very quickly, or we'll drive into town, have Starbucks for 7 hours and charge everything. So that's the way these work. They're not very heavy, they're very portable, nice, got a groovy little handle to carry it with, and I recommend them. Now, there's a lot of them out there, and if you watch a lot of YouTube videos, there's one company that just gives them away so people review them. So you're going to probably just see one manufacturer being reviewed. My point is there's a lot of manufacturers. This is a really good one compared to the more popular one because it has an MPPT controller and it has 2 110 outlets. So for me, that's more important. So my point is look around, find the one that's going to fit your needs, and they make them smaller too, and they make them much larger that are in the $1,000 to $1,500 range, and they're like 25 pounds. But this seems to be the most practical size. You just have to pick the make and model that you want. Now, Suaoki is a great company. One problem that you may be concerned with is if you like to talk to people, this is not the company. They don't have a phone support, but they do have great technical support, email, and they usually get back to you right away. Okay, so what's next is how do you charge this up? Well, there's a solar suitcase here, and let me move this out of the way. And the solar suitcase basically is solar panels like this. It opens up and it sits in the sun at an angle, and you can change it, move it around depending on the angle of the sun. And in here you've got your attachments where you can actually charge a USB connection. So if you want to charge the battery, you can put this in here into this port with an Anderson connector and plug it in, or you can also plug a phone in at the same time and charge it. So lots of options there. My only complaint about this system is they give you this little kind of a cord, so you cannot have this in the sun and in the dirt and then have a long enough cable so that you can charge your $500 system in a clean environment, like on this table inside your tent or out in the shade. So if it's in the sun, everything has to be in the sun or behind it or just covered. And so that's my only complaint about that. This one is a little over $200. I think the competitor is about $350 or $340, and they do the same job. So you have to again shop around for those. So that's it. That's how we get our juice, you know, on 5 Minute Fridays. So if you have any questions, leave them below. If you have one that you really like, or if I misquoted some information, please correct me. Other than that, I'll see you till next Friday on 5 Minute Fridays. Okay,